And thank you everyone for joining. Good day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Ah, feels great to be here. Okay, I want to ask very quickly, is there anyone here who has not heard about Canva before? Is there anyone? You can just put it in the chat box. Okay, is there anyone who has not heard about Canva? Let me see, I'm going to the chat. Okay. Oh, great. I want to believe that everyone has heard about Canva. So one way or the other, whether you've used it before or you have not used it before, one way or the other, at one point in time, you've heard about Canva. Great. I think we can start from there. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to share my screen and I will take us through the interface. And I want to try as much as possible so that the training is not overextended. So I'll leave some parts out and try to make detailed explanation so that it will be easy for us to follow through and be able to apply whatever we're learning today. So I'll share my screen and go to the Canva interface. Okay, Sir Halima, please, I'm asked to send you a request so I can share.
Yes, I've done it.
Okay, thank you. A moment, please. Okay, now I am on the home page in Canva, and I would really like for us to go through it together. If you have your laptop with you, we can actually look at it together and you'll see exactly what I am talking about in real time. If you're not with your computer, you can use your phone. You can use your phone, but if you want to use your phone, I must mention that if you're going to use your phone and you want to see it exactly the way I am also seeing it from this end, you may need to uninstall the Canva app. You will need to uninstall the Canva app if you already have the app on your phone. So you just go to canva.com and that will mean that you're using the desktop app and you'll be able to see exactly what I am seeing on my screen. Okay. Most people who use Canva prefer to use the desktop app because it's easier to navigate in the sense of size. You know, everything is big. If you need to drag and if you need to move things around, it's much easier. Okay, so moving on, I just want us to explore all the different parts. I want us to explore all the different areas and see what we can achieve together. Now, if you look at my screen, you'll see the first thing on the screen says, what will you design today? What will you design today? Now, we have under that, we have your designs. If I click on this area, it will take me to where I have all the things I have designed before. Okay, and I'll be able to say, okay, I want to design letter. And it will bring out, if I have designed a letter before, it will bring out all the letters I have. If I have used a letter template before, it will bring that out and I'll be able to continue from there. It will just show me everything I have before. If I move to templates and I say letter, it will go into Canvas template diary, template record, and bring out different types of templates for me to be able to do whatever I want to do. And then if I click on Canva AI, it means that I want to use Canvas AI app. Okay, I want to use it to do something that is related to letter. Okay, so now let's go to the
I'm sorry, I think there's network, right? Can anybody hear? Is it just me?
Yeah, I think she
I
froze.
can hear and I can't see.
Okay,
her.
okay. I think maybe, yeah, I think it's network.
Button.
Can you see the screen? I can't see her screen.
Oh, you can't see my
I can
screen?
no, I can see the screen now. I can see her screen. It's just that it froze. She froze for a little bit. You froze for a little bit, sis, but I can see your screen. I can hear you fine now.
Okay, I can't see her. I
Okay.
don't know why.
Maybe it's an internet issue. Can you see my screen now?
Yes.
No.
Sister Mel, maybe you want to
Okay.
leave and come back.
Okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me continue. So if you click on the create button in Canva, it will bring you to this area where it first of all asks you, what would you like to create? You can see there are a lot of templates. There are a lot of templates. Templates are already made designs that you can start to work from. Canva is so easy to use. In fact, it is one of the easiest applications that you can use to design as a beginner. If you don't know anything about design, just start with Canva. You will be able to even learn on your own, because the more you navigate the app, the more you'll be able to understand how it works. So this area, you see different templates, Instagram posts, you want to create an Instagram post, your story, video, landscape video, flyer, there is sheet, there is Instagram reel, presentation, worksheet, portrait, document, resume. There are so many templates for you. Once you click on any of these templates now, it will bring out an already made template that you can choose from and start working from. I have a blank template here, but if I go to the side, it's still coming up. If I go to the side, I'll be able to see different types of poster because I have clicked on the poster template. I'll be able to see different types of posters. I can just pick anyone and edit. All I need to do is just pick anyone, change the color, change the font if I want, change the elements, and that's it. It's as easy as that. It's really easy to use. I'm just going to go back so I can finish up the explanation on that area. And then still on create, let me see what else we have there. On the left side, you will see that there are so many things there. The same things that has to do with templates. If you click on anyone, it will just take you there. If I click on education, for instance, it will take me to the various templates I can create under education. I can do worksheet, lesson plan, flashcards, Zoom virtual background, anything at all you can think of under education, you'll be able to do that. If I come to sheet, you'll be able to create any type of sheet, your Excel sheet, and then you have a lot of templates that you can choose from and start to work from. And if I click on documents, I'll be able to create any type of documents, letters, newsletters, like that, anything. Then there is whiteboards. Whiteboards is for creating things like a web, okay? For creating things like a web, maybe you're working with a team, you can easily put a topic and use the whiteboard to break it down. You make a web and break it down like that. And then you can do, if I click on presentations like that, you see templates for different types of presentations, mobile presentations. In fact, from these presentations, you can even create videos for your YouTube channel. There are so many things. Social media, the same thing. You see different types of social media templates, both for Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, even TikTok. Any type of template you want for your social media, you'll find it. Then we have Canva, we have photo editor. On Canva, you can edit your photo. Canva has apps now that you can use to edit your photo. You can do auto select. You can do background generator. So many of them. I pray that we'll have time to be able to explore them one after the other. Then we have areas for templates for video, different types of video, even websites, different types of websites. We even have for portfolio. We also have this area called custom size. Custom size is where you put in the size of whatever you want to create. For instance, you have something in mind already. You just put in the size of that thing. Maybe you want to create a flex, a banner, for instance, and you have the size in mind. Just put in the size and Canva will bring out a template for you to work in it. I like this aspect because in case you're doing a flex, a very big flex that you want to put somewhere that everybody can see, when you put the size in Canva, it may come out small, it may look small on your computer, but when you go to print it, because you've designed that thing in the right size, you've designed in the right template, when you go to print, by the time you move your file from maybe your computer to the person who is going to print it, you will find that you're able to get that design in the right measurement and the way it's supposed to look, because you've applied the colors in the right size, and then you have this area that says upload. Upload is where you can upload your picture, you can upload your file, you can upload PDF. On Canva, you can edit PDF. You can upload your file and start working from that file, and you can upload pictures. Maybe you've seen a design that you like on social media and you want to recreate it. If you upload it into Canva, you can change the color because Canva will pick the colors on that design for you, and you will be able to work with those colors that you've seen. So Canva is really easy to use. And the good thing about Canva is that they continue to improve. Like, they make changes every now and again. There are so many things on Canva right now that even people who have been using it for years are still learning, because they've made a lot of improvement. They've made a lot of changes. They continue making changes. You see something new has come up, like the Canva AI, like the image editor, a whole lot of new features, and it just continues to get better. In fact, I observed that a lot of apps these days are they are creating them to look like Canva. They are creating them to be like Canva. The interface is just like Canva, and they want to achieve what Canva has so far. But then Canva has gone really, really far. And I just like the fact that it's easy to use. Okay. So let's see. Let's keep exploring. Okay, we're done with this part. Now, if you look in front here, you will see that there are different templates too. I can decide to start from here. I have this one that says Instagram post square. I have worksheet, portrait, education. It's like the same thing that we looked at just now. But why am I emphasizing on this? So that you know that once I come into Canva, it's easy to find what I'm looking for. If I click on Instagram post, for instance, I can start creating immediately because it's going to give you a template that you can start working with. This is the size for Instagram post. Okay, this is the general size for Instagram post. You can start to create immediately. Just go to your elements and pick any of the designs you want, and you can start working. If you don't want to work with any of these elements and you already have something in mind, you have your blank space already to start working. So it's really simple. It's just for you to know where you want to start from. And remember, if you don't want to start with a template, you can just start with custom size. Just put in your size and you start to work. And that's just it. Okay, so now let me move on to this area where I have projects. Okay, where you have projects. Now, projects, what happens with the project area is that it shows you all the things that you've done before. Like, you have your recent designs. Up here, you have all your recent designs. Everything you've ever created will be at the top. And then under that, you have folders. Folder is how Canva helps you to stay organized. Personally, I don't use it a lot because when it came out then, I just kept doing what I was doing. I've not been going there a lot. But folder helps you to keep your Canva space organized. Maybe you're designing something for your company, you have a folder for that, and it helps you to find your things easily. Okay, maybe you're designing for YouTube, you have a folder for everything that has to do with YouTube, like that, just like you have on your normal computer. And then under that, you have designs. Okay, projects. And under that, I have images, all the images I've ever put on Canva that I use for whatever I'm editing. And then we have the area for videos where you have all the videos I've ever uploaded on Canva. And then this area, you have templates. I believe you know what template means now. We understand what template means now, where you find different types of templates that you can use and what have you. And then under templates, we have brand. Now, what happens with brand is that, for instance, if you want to use Canva for your personal brand or for your company, Canva helps you to create a brand. For instance, I have 2 brands showing here. I've not updated my brand, or I'm trying to create a new, I'm trying to work on my brand. But under brand, you can actually put your logo in the brand area. That is, those things are your brand kit. The things that you use to design your brand, the things that you use to design for your brand, they are your brand kits. And under the brand area in Canva, you can post your logo, you can put your brand colors, you can have your brand fonts, you can have, what else? Your brand voice, so that whenever you're designing, you don't take too long. You just apply your brand colors, you put in your logo, you've used your brand fonts, and in a few minutes, you're done with your design. Canva has made that so easy for everyone who wants to use Canva for their brand. So your brand voice is like what your brand represents, and put it there. And then your photos that you use for your brand to showcase yourself, maybe on social media or for your company, you can put it under here. And then if there are graphics that you like or that you prefer to use from time to time for your brand, you can put it under here. And if there are icons, all those icons that after creating, you put at the end of your design and say, follow me in so place. If there are icons that you like using for your brand, you can just upload them into this brand area, so that every time you come to design on Canva, Canva helps you to stay on brand. You're able to use your colors, use your logo, your font, so that whenever people see what you have put out, even if your picture is not on it, they know that this person or this thing or this design is from so person's page. They are easily able to relate. And then under brand, we have Canva AI. Canva AI, under Canva AI, it can design for you. You can just describe whatever you want, and Canva will design for you. It can create an image. It can draft a document. It can even code. It can make a code. It can create a code for you. I could say, I want to start up a fashion business. Okay, I could say I want to start up a fashion business for classy women. Okay, I'm just giving it any prompt. I want you to give me or choose the perfect brand colors and fonts. Okay, and fonts for this business. Okay, let me see. Oh, he says, sorry, I'm not sure how to respond. I was supposed to click on exactly what I want you to do. Give me a moment. Okay, I'll go back. Let me go for images. Oh, I didn't click on design for me, so it's not sure. Now that I clicked on the design for me, you will see it brought out social media, presentation, marketing, cards and invitations, logo. Okay, let me say social media. I want you to create a social media, design a flyer for a classy women fashion brand. It's going to take a few seconds and I'll have some designs. So whenever you open the AI, the Canva AI area, it shows you, gives you question ideas for what you want. Now look, it has created some designs for me that I can choose from. If I don't like any of them, I can start to edit it. I can change the color. I can redesign it to my taste, whatever I want to do. I can use Canva editor and start to work on the design. I just clicked on Canva editor. It will always bring that out for you. It will give you ideas from on how you want to move on, how you want to proceed with your design. Okay, so I'm just going to close that so I can go back. Now under Canva AI, we have the apps. Now, Canva has partnered with a lot of apps that you can use for your design. There are so many apps in Canva now that you can use. So many, font frame, text wrap. I pray that we'll be able to explore some of them. But there are so many apps on Canva that you can use whenever you're designing. So many apps on Canva. You can even connect your social media apps to Canva. You can connect your Instagram app or your Facebook in such a way that whenever you finish creating, maybe when you finish creating your designs, you can connect it in such a way that you make your post from inside Canva. You schedule your post and say, okay, I want to post at so time. And then you'll be able to do that. Canva allows you to do that. When it's 2 o'clock or your set time, your design will be posted on the platform where you want it. So that is a good thing. You can even connect your Google Photos so that it's easier for you to get your pictures into your Canva, and it just works very well that way. Now, having explored all of this, I would like us to go and look at a moment, please. I would like us to go and look at the dashboard and start to work. I'll go back to the home page. I'll go back to the home page and then let me pick a template. I want to pick an Instagram template, for instance. I want to pick an Instagram template, for instance. Let's see how to work with them. Let's look at okay. Now we're here. Whenever you open any of the templates and you want to design, the first thing you will see is that you have a blank template that you can start working with. This is a blank template. If I have anything in mind, I can start to create it here. Now, if we look at this top area, you can see I have this menu. If you click on this menu, this is what you will see. Okay, that's not what I want. I will go to File. If you click on File, the file allows you to make any change that you want to do. It allows you to go to different areas within that design that you're making. But this is not what I want. Okay, now back to this template. I want us to look inside the design area. Okay. Excuse me. I want us to look at this area on the left. Now, if you click on design, this is where you find, if you click on design, maybe you want to design let me see, I'm thinking of a brand now. I want to design a flyer, a training flyer. That's the design I want to work with, a training flyer, for instance. Now look, it has brought out different types of Okay, you say you can't find the Instagram icon on your dashboard. Go to the home page. If you go to the home page, you'll be able to find it. Are you using a computer or a phone? Okay, I will check back. Just let me know if you found it. Have you been able to go back now? Someone was asking how, okay, you're using a computer. Okay, go to the home page. When you go to the home page, let me see. Go to the home page. I'm going back. I'm going back to the home page. Just go to the home page. When you are on your home page, you will see it as part of these items in front here. It's the first one. On my own screen, it's the first one. If you cannot find it, if for any reason you can't find it, just come to under what will you design today? Just click on templates and type Instagram posts and you will get your template. Okay, it's even under it here. You can just click Instagram post and you'll get your template. Oh no, this is taking me to the AI area. Okay, yes, of course, you'll get your template. Look, just click on the blank post and there you go. Okay. Oh, someone said has started from education. You will need to, okay, even if it's from education, just type that you want an Instagram post and then you will be able to find the templates that you need. Or search for Instagram post. Yes, if you search for Instagram post, you'll be able to find the templates that you need, okay? Okay, now I've just opened an Instagram post template. If you click on design, you will be able to still search further for whatever you want. Maybe I'm searching now for training flyer to bring out as many training flyers as possible. Now take a look at this. I'm going to look for one that I like and I will click on it. Now I want this one. I have clicked on it and you will see that it has applied to the blank page that I had before. The page is no longer blank. And if you click on any one, like I've clicked on this one now, I'll scroll down, you will see that there are even more suggestions that look like what I have. That's what Canva does for you. It will bring out even more suggestions that looks like what you picked before. In case you don't like that one, you can see other ones that you can also choose from. Okay, it just makes your designing easy. So this one I'm working with right now, if you look at this area, you will see that Canva has some information about it already that are here. It has information about the size and it has information about the person who created it. Okay, Canva is working with a lot of creators. They are the people who make these designs that you see. It says I have to pay to upgrade. Oh, the thing is, even if you're using the free version, you will be able to see everything on Canva. It's just that there will be a crown on the things that you cannot use. Oh, yours started from sheet. Go back to homepage and go back to homepage and search for Instagram post. Just go back to homepage and search for Instagram post. It will take you there. If you go back to homepage, search for Instagram post, it will take you there. Okay? Just keep trying and let us know how it works for you. But let's continue. You will see that there are different templates that I can always pick from. Under what I picked was a leadership training flyer. And I can pick anyone to work with. And you can even, if you don't want to pick any other one to work with, you can look at any of them and get inspiration for your design. Okay? You can just look at anyone and get inspiration for your design. But I'll come back to this. Let me go back here so that I can explain what this area is all about. Now we are in the area under design. I pray that everyone is following so that we can work together. Now, There's something here. Let me click on this to see. Now, in this area, this search area, look at this. This is very important. When you come to this search area under design, you know, I told you that this is where you find different templates that you can work with. Maybe you're looking for a flyer. We started by searching for a flyer. When we came, we searched for flyer and it brought us here and it gave us ideas of other ones that we can also use. Now, if you want to search further, I could come to this area and toggle this area. I'll click on it and select color. Maybe my brand color is orange, or maybe my brand color is green, and I want my work to be faster. I want Canva to bring out different templates that are already green, so I can just continue working from there. I will click on the color. This is like a filter. This is like a filter. It helps you filter your search. Okay, it helps you filter your search, so it's easier for you. I just clicked on green, so it brought out different templates in green color. Okay, let's see. What else? You can choose language. I can say, okay, I want it to be in Arabic. I'm creating a flyer in Arabic. Or I'm creating it in French. You know, I can choose any of the languages and it will apply. Canva will bring out different templates that have those languages for me. Okay. And then let me see what else it has for us in that area. Okay, I think that's basically it. So what that area does for you is that it helps you narrow your search in such a way that you can easily find what you want. And then under that, you have templates. Templates are already made designs. Remember, wherever you see templates, whenever you open your Canva and you see templates, or you find yourself in the template area, you know that that is where you find, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you're lost. You're lost. How do we help you now? How do I help you now? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can you go back to the home page? Just go back to the home page. Let's see what we can do. Is it possible to do a screenshot? Oh, thank God, there will be a recording. So I'll just keep going. Okay, Mama, just please try to follow. Just try to follow. By the time you go back to it, you'll be able to follow through because I make good explanations. Thank you so much. All right, so let's keep going. So under templates, I mentioned earlier that whenever you find yourself under templates, just know you're looking for already made designs. You're looking at different types of designs that you can start to work from. Now, we have styles beside template. Style is where you can look at this. Style are already made styles that you can choose for a design that you want to create. Now look at this. We have a template on my screen already, right? If I come under styles, look here. Under styles is showing my brand kit. You know, I told you that my brand kit is my fonts that I like to use for my brand, my colors. These are my colors. These are the different colors I use for my brand. Let me see. Okay. These are the different colors I use for my brand, but I don't want to use my brand kit. I want to select from any of these colors here. Let me apply it so you see what happens. I just applied one of them. These are different colors. Once you click on it, you will apply the color to your design. Okay. I don't really like this one. I'll click on it again. It will keep shuffling. It will keep shuffling and it affects how the design looks. Okay. Under style, what style does for you is that it helps you change the look of your design. It applies colors and fonts to the design. You will see under here that there are fonts here. There are fonts under each of the colors. There are fonts under each, it's still loading. There are fonts under each of the colors, okay? Now, the good thing about this is that Canva has already helped you to even pair the font. Which font goes best together? Okay, let me apply this one and see what it does to my design. Look, the design has changed again. Both the fonts, all the fonts have changed, even the colors have changed. I can click on it again to shuffle Shuffling is that the colors change again. Maybe the yellow can now move to another area, or it gives me a different color combination altogether. But what it's doing, what is happening here is that these colors are being applied to my design. That's just what style does for you, okay? It applies a different color and different templates to your design on its own. I've clicked another one. Now it has changed again, okay? But if you ask me, the first one is way better because the fonts are more readable, the sizing are just perfect. But if I don't want the sizes, I can just come and make them bigger or make it smaller. I can start working on it to my taste, okay? These ones are the ones I've used before. You can see it's tagged recently used. If I scroll, you will see the different combinations. Okay, they are still the same thing. They are doing the same thing for you. You know, different combinations of fonts and colors. Okay, one of the things that people find challenging when they are using Canva is that they don't know, or when they make designs, they don't know how to combine fonts. Okay, sometimes you're designing and you're like, which two fonts will go together? These are things that you need to take your time to plan when you're setting up your brand. Okay, and the good thing is you can just go to ChatGPT and say, I'm creating so brand. This is what my brand represents. This is the vision. This is the mission I'm working with. Please choose my brand fonts for me. What are the fonts that you think are best to work with this brand I have chosen, and what are the colors that are best to work with? And it will just give you something. You come into Canva and apply it. It works that way too. I pray we have time. I will still take us to the area where Canva can help you to choose your font, to help us understand how fonts and colors work. Okay, and then under that we have color palettes, and then we have font set. Okay, so if what you want is just to apply colors, you come to color palette. If what you want is just to apply font, you come to font. Okay, and if what you want is to apply a recent design, let's see, I use this, I did something today, I'm going to apply it, and I'll click on it and see if it applies. Yes, it has already applied. In fact, I can see my colors, the colors I used on that design. This is a design I just made today. I can see the colors I used on that design here already. So here, style just helps you to pick an existing color or a color template or font and apply to your design. Now, if you look under here, image template, maybe the colors I want to pick are colors from the design. You will see, let me click see all. Now, these are the templates from the images on our flyer. Remember, on this flyer, in this area, we have this building. If I want the colors from the building to be applied to the other parts of the design, I will click on this template and I will apply it. These are the colors from this building. If it's the colors from this man standing here, I'll just click on him and it will apply. Even the color of his skin, it's all color as far as Canva is concerned. Okay, so look at this. If it's the color of this element here, if I click on it, it will also apply. So you can see as it's changing, you can see which one goes, which one looks okay, which one does not really look okay that you may need to work on. So Canva works like that. Now let me move back. Let me go back so that we can explore other areas. I'm back to design now. I'm going back to design. Okay, and I'm coming back to templates. Okay, now having said that, I'm moving on to the next one, which is element. Okay, under style, let me show you something. You can see there are so many things here. These are just suggestions. You can pick any of them. Under style, there is a carousel. It will bring out something on that carousel. And there are so many. I could say, that means, you know, it's appearing in your search now. I could say food. I could say food, and it will bring out different templates that has to do with food. So quick refresh. Once you come into your template, you have your blank template. Look at design. You can see designs that you can use. Okay. Now moving on, I'm going to elements. Now let's look at the elements library. Let's look at the elements library. Now, elements are the different things that you can use for your design. Excuse me. Elements can be images, it can be graphics, it can be frames, it can be shapes, it can be lines. These are all elements. This thing, I'm moving something now. This thing is an element. This thing that looks like something that doesn't make sense is an element. And it has something it's doing to this design. You know, it just makes it stand out somehow. This shape, this circle here is an element. Everything you can see on this design are elements. Everything, apart from the text, you can call the text font, you can call it text, but every other thing are elements. Even this thing is an element on its own. And all the elements you see have what they represent. They have what they do to your design, okay? They play an important role in your design. So whatever you're putting on your design, it has a signal it sends. It has a message it's sending. Look at this, for instance. This element is for saying this is going to be a live webinar. Okay, they all have meaning. Look at this simple thing here now that doesn't look like anything that makes sense. It just has a way of making your design more beautiful, right? You know, and it's occupying space, so it's occupying a particular space, but it's there for a purpose to add beauty or color to your design. Now let's look at the elements area. If you look here, you can see search. You can search for anything. If I click on the search area, it brings out suggestions for me, okay? Like categories I can pick from. You can search from the recently used. Let me click. If I click on that, it will bring out my recently, all these ones are elements I've used before. If I go back and go back to that search again, I'll click on shapes. I can get different shapes here. If you click on shapes, you will see lines. If you click on it, it will apply to your design. Let me add a new page so that this design is not looking too busy for me to work with. I'll just move this up a bit. Okay, I'm going to add a new page so that whatever I'm dropping, you'll just be seeing it. If I click on line, the line just shows, and you can adjust it, move it forward, you can turn it around, you can resize it, and all of that. Okay. Now, under that, under shapes, I have, look, we have shapes. We have different shapes in the shape library. You can change the color, you can edit it, you can do whatever you want to it, okay? We have different types of shapes to bring out different types of shape, and you can create anything with it. I'm going back. Then still on the search button, if I click on sticker to bring out stickers. So I told you that elements can be anything. It can be shapes, it can be lines, it can be graphics, stickers, photos, videos, charts, tables, okay? Frames. Let me show you what frames look like. These are frames, okay? These are frames. This is a laptop frame, for instance. I can put a picture into it. Anything I put into this area now will take the shape. Oh, it went behind because it was there before the shape came. Okay, let me go back. I don't want to put anything yet. I just wanted to show you that. So these are frames. This is what frames look like. And anything, grids, audio, even your audio, the audio sounds that you apply to your video, they are all elements, even mock-ups. And there are so many elements on Canva. The easiest way to search for an element or to apply an element is just use the search button. I'm looking for a boy who is smiling. A boy smiling. Now look at what it did. It just brought out graphics. If this is the type I want, I'll just click here and I can scroll down to see the particular one I like. If that is not what I want it to be a photo, I'll just click on photos and I can see anyone I want. There are boys, different pictures of boys here smiling. If I want it to be a video, I can just click here and it will bring out videos of a boy smiling, you know, whatever you type to just bring it out for you. If I want audio, it will bring out audio, maybe of a boy laughing. Let me play this one and so you can hear. Oh, you may not hear it because it's playing in my headset, but it will bring out different audios of a boy laughing, anything. If it's mock-up I want to do, it will bring out that for me. You know what mock-ups are? Mock-ups are pictures that you can place your product on. Like, look at this man holding a laptop, for instance. This is a mock-up. Let me zoom it so we can see. This is a mock-up, okay? This is a mock-up. You can see there's a frame on the laptop. I can put the picture of a boy or a boy smiling on that mock-up, okay? Now, if it's shape you want, of course, you won't find a boy smiling in shape because, I mean, you know why, right? And then you may not find it in frames, you won't find it in chart, but I just want us to know that you can search in any category. Now, let me show you something like what we've looked at before. Maybe I put a girl. I'm looking for a girl. Okay, now look. If you click on this area, somewhere here, you will see that you can filter your search. I may be looking for a girl in school. You can narrow your search by coming here to choose maybe color. I clicked on orange. You can narrow your search by clicking on the color. You can narrow your search by orientation, the size, okay? You can narrow your size by maybe you want you want it animated or you want it static. And you can narrow your search by maybe you want free version. Let me click on free and let's see. Let's see, I want to search. Let's see what it brought out. Wait, hold on, give me a moment, please. Okay, I didn't click color before. Okay. Okay, you just brought it out. Now look, I clicked on the orange color and it brought out all of this for me, just like what we did earlier. Okay. If it's graphics, look, it will bring out something. It's just a way of narrowing whatever you're searching for. But I prefer to go to the search, just type anything and Canva will bring it out for you. That's how it works with the elements. Now under that, after you're recently used, you see your shapes, you see your graphics, you'll see AI image generator. How this works is you can create any image you want. You can just give it a prompt and say, create an image for me. Let me see, create a coloring page of a cat smiling. Let me see. I can choose. Oh, let me go back and allow that to come up and see how I want it. It's going to take a few minutes to generate. Okay, now look, it just gave me what I can choose from, a cat smiling. And there you have it. You can click on any one you want. If you don't want it, now look, that means if you want to create a coloring book, excuse me, you can come to Canva and just put in the prompt. If I'm going to use this to create a coloring book now, I don't really like it as much. What I'm going to do, if Canva brings it out, I'll take this prompt, this picture, I'll download it and just take it to ChatGPT and say, ChatGPT, please work on this for me. And it will do the job. It will come out looking clearer. Or you can just work on your prompt. You know how these AI things work. Whatever you give it, whatever you tell it, that's what it to do for you. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to go back. I want to go back to elements. Okay, now I'm back. So you see, that is how elements work. Okay, under that, you have stickers, you have photos, you have frames, you have videos. You can apply to your design. These are all elements that we can apply to our design. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. No problem. Oh my God, someone said, how did we get here? Hey, and I thought I'm slow enough. Okay, okay, don't worry. Don't worry. When you watch the when you watch the video, you'll be able to follow through. Okay. Please, when you watch the video, you'll be able to follow through. Okay, so let me come to the elements. I want to show us how to, no, I don't want to stop here for now. I want to show us the text area. Okay, I want to show us text. I want to finish this area before we go back and start working on the templates and applying the elements and all of that. Now, let me come to the text area. Now, if you want to search for a text for your design, for instance, if you want to search for a text, you can just come here and maybe click it. If you have the text name in mind, maybe I'm looking for, let me see, Anton. I'm looking for a text called Anton. I can just click and search for it, and it will bring it out for me, and I can apply it to my design. Let me see. Oh, it's very tiny. I can drag it to make it big, and you can just start to use it to do your design. Now, let me tell us something about font. Canva has font combinations. Let me go back. Okay. Maybe I want to add a text box. You can add a text box. If you don't have any text in mind, you can just add a text box and start to type whatever you want to type. There will be a text that will apply. If you look up here in this area where you have now is the name of the font I just used here. This text I used here is called now, okay? And this area is where you have font. This is where fonts appear. That's the name of the font you're using. So if I click on this area, I'll be able to choose font. Now, speaking about font, in Canva has different categories of font, but generally there are 4 main categories. One is called serif, the other one is sans serif, the other one is script, and then we also have display. Now, if you look here, these are the different categories of fonts that you can find in Canva. All these areas, all these fonts that I'm sliding through are various categories. Okay, let me show you what I mean. I want to search for a particular category now. I'm searching for display. Okay, under display, I'll click on it. All these fonts you see here are under display. Okay, displays, as the name implies, are fonts that you can use to make big displays. You can use to, if you want if you want your write-up to be bold, you can pick a display font. If you're making a font that you want people to easily see, you can use any of the fonts. There are different types, okay? If what you want is a script, okay? Scripts are fonts that look more like handwriting. You click on this. Under handwriting, you see different types of fonts that look like they are handwritten. Most of them, a lot of them are joined together. A lot of them look like somebody wrote them by hand. You can find that here. If what I want is a serious looking font, I will go to the category we call serif. Most of the fonts under, all the fonts under serif are for, you know, like you're doing something straightforward, like a professional, let me use that word now, like you're making a professional design. You're doing, yeah, I would say professional design. Think of this font we call New Times Roman or Times New Roman, whatever the combination, but you know what I'm talking about. The font we use for professional or maybe academic documents, that font is a serif font. Let me see if time will permit me to explain what a serif looks like so you can differentiate it. Let me see. I want to, okay, we may not have the time to explain that, but let me just say something so it's easy for you to find. You see this font, it looks like, I'm trying to zoom it. It looks like it looks like it has an like a protruding part at the tip. Okay, look at the letter D, look at the letter B, the bottom, looks like it has a protruding. All these fonts look like they are protruding somehow. Those are the those are the serif. They are called serif. They are used for professional documents and maybe you want your brand to look straightforward and all those things. Just for us to have an idea about font, you know, when you are choosing font. And the good thing is that Canva can help you do your font combination. Like you saw how we were combining fonts. There are already made font combinations for you that you can apply in your designs, you know, without even knowing anything about font. If you see any font that looks good on for your design, you can just apply it by clicking on it when you come to the font area. Okay. Now this is brand kit. Remember what I said about brand kit, where you choose your text, you know, and then under brand kit, you can choose which font you'll be using for your heading. For instance, let me go back to that design. You know, we've changed the design and we didn't really have anything in mind. Now, if you look at this design, you will see that there is a part that you can say, okay, this part is the heading. And that is the part that is more bold, right? You can look at this and say, this is the heading. You can look at this and say, okay, this is the subheading, okay? Because it's not too big. It's just like that. You can look at this and say, okay, this is the, okay, you can say this is the body. Subheading is usually big, not as big as the heading, but a little bigger. And then you can say this is the body. This part should be the body and all of that. So that is what Canva just highlighted for you here. Okay, and then you can apply page numbers to your design. Those ones will just be there. If I click on it, you will see that the numbers, the same place you have page numbers when you are designing. Then under this area, you have text. You have apps that you can use to customize your text. Okay, you can click on any of them. It's a pro feature. It may not apply for you if you're using a free version of Canva. Okay, so that's it for text. Now let's look at let me see, give me a moment. Okay, that's it for text. These ones you see are different combinations. Okay, I'll come back to all of this when we start to edit. This is brand. Okay, I've spoken about brand before. These are my logos. These are the logos I've worked with before. They are in my brand kit. They are part of my brand kit, rather. They are part of my brand kit. If I want to pick any of them, you know, now I'm in my design area. If I want to pick any of my logos, I can easily come here under brand, right inside the design area, and I'll just add it to my design. Let's say this is the brand I want to use. You see, I picked it now. I'll just reduce it and place it where I want to place it in my design. I'll drag it up and say, okay, this is what I'm designing. I'll just place it there. That's my logo. You see how easy that was? This is my color palette, my brand colors. I'll just click on it and I've changed up my design. And if there's more than one page, I just click apply to all pages. And that change I made will just apply to all of the pages that I have. If I don't like how it's looking, I can click again and reshuffle the colors, okay? Just like I showed you earlier. And that's it. I think we're done with this area for now, okay? Now, under that area, under brand, you have logos, you have uploads rather. You have uploads. This is where you can come and upload a file. If I click here now, upload, it has taken me into my laptop where I can pick anything I want to upload. If I pick whatever I'm uploading and I click upload, it will come here. These are all the images I have uploaded before. These are all the images I have uploaded into my Canva space that has helped me with my designs and what have you. Now, let me tell you something about upload. I'm going back to the second page. Let me tell you something about this area. When you're designing, for instance, and maybe I see something that I like, maybe I see a design I like, I take a screenshot and I upload it into my Canva. This is how to upload things into Canva when you are working or when you want to apply it to whatever you're designing. I've uploaded this picture because I like it. Now see, I'll show you what Canva does. I want to design something like this, for instance. I bring it into my design and when I come out of this area, I will close this area and click on it. Look, if you look up here, you will see that there are colors here. If I come to, let me come here. If I click on this color, it will take me somewhere. You will see that, look here, you will see that Canva has brought out my design and all the colors that are on this design. Okay, so if I want to apply this, any color on this design, this is a picture I brought from my phone. If I want to apply it to anything I'm designing, I can just come here and pick the color. Maybe I want to apply this green. So the one here, I'll just click on it here. And that's it. I have been able to apply it. Mind you, this is a design I found on Instagram. I just like it. I like the colors. Maybe I want to use it for my brand too. I just pick it and bring it into my Canva. And Canva helps me to separate the colors. I can easily start working from here. I've gotten the color I want. I will delete it. The color is already here. I can just keep working from there. Okay. I just wanted to mention that you'll find it useful as time goes on. Okay, so that's it for upload. And you can upload videos. These are all the videos I've uploaded. The same way I showed you earlier. You can upload audio. Maybe you've recorded your voice and you want to upload it into your video. You want to upload it so that you can apply it to your video. You can upload an audio and put it in your video if it's video you're working with. Okay. Then under upload, you have tools. In the tools area, Canva allows you to draw. You can draw because there are pens here. If I click on it, it will bring out the pens. I can click on anyone and just make any drawing I want. I can draw anything. I can click on any of the colors and draw anything. I can click on anyone. This should be the eraser. Yes, this is the eraser. And I can come here to change the colors. Okay, I've not clicked any pen. I can come here, click on any of the pens and change the colors of what I want to do. Maybe you see all this, these days people create Instagram posts and you see things that look like doodles on it. Some of them draw them and some of them pick those things from the element area. Okay, some of them draw those things with their hand. Maybe I just want to draw something for my post. I want to draw an arrow, anything at all. You can just draw and you have it on your drawing, whatever you want. Okay, so Canva allows you to draw. You can draw anything. That's under tools. And then after tools, you have projects. Remember I said project is where you see the things you've done before. For instance, I've done something and I want to apply it here. I can easily come here and look for it and apply it. Then under project, we have apps. This is where you can apply the different Canva apps. Okay. This is where you can apply any of the apps that you're looking for that you want to use in Canva. There are so many, and they make your work very fast. They make your work very fast. Like this one is an image upscaler. What the image upscaler does for you is, for instance, you've taken a picture, you have a blurry picture, and you want it to look sharp. You bring that picture into Canva and put it in your image upscaler, and Canva will upscale it for you. By the time you download it, it will be very sharp, and you can upload it to your social media or wherever you want to upload it. There are so many apps. I pray we'll be able to explore them. Then we have Magic Media. Yes, we've used Magic Media before. Magic Media is Canvas AI that you can use to create images, graphics, coloring pages. You can use it for videos too. And then we also have background, where you can choose any background. Let me click on this one. I've just changed the background. Before the background was just a plain color. I've applied one of the backgrounds you can see here. I may say, okay, this is the background I want. I can even decide to come here and search for background. I can come here and say I want a children's playground. Let me see. I want children's playground. Oh, look what it brought out. Not enough. But if you go to element, you can search for background, you can search for any picture at all, rather. Any picture and make it your background. Okay? We may do that later. You can search for any picture and make it your background. Here you have charts. This is where you can easily choose charts. And then here you have AI voice, where you can apply AI's voice to your video. And you can select either of these two voices to use in your video. Okay, and here you have emojis. What I want you to see in this area is that you can pick anything and put in your design. So you see from here, it's easy for you to go into any of the areas and pick just anything you need for your design. Okay, I'm going back up to elements. Okay, and just pick anything at all that you need for your design. This area, they just come here, everything is lined up here. So whatever you want, if it's elements, if it's text, if it's maybe you want something from your brand area, you want something from upload, what you've uploaded before, you want something from your tools, you can find them in any of these places. Okay, now let's go to explore let's go back to the design area. Now, take note that whenever you're creating something on Canva, for instance, whenever you're creating something, there's this purple line that appears around what you're creating, okay? It tells you that you've selected that thing. Whatever you select, you see that line would appear. And you can drag, you can't drag this one because this is the background. You can't drag it right now because it just fits the page. If it's something bigger, you can actually drag. Now, this is text. You can drag it. You can make it bigger. You can make it smaller. And you can change the color. I've shown you how to work with styles. I've shown you how to choose templates. I've shown you how you can choose templates. And I've shown you how to work with styles. I've shown you how you can, remember I said under styles, how you can change the color of your design, how you can pick from your brand templates, and how you can change text and apply other things, okay? Now, I'll move to the elements. Let's start working with the elements now. Let's start working with the elements. A moment. I wanted to show you something. Okay. I just wanted to bring back the shape I have before because I'll be showing you something about that. Let me change the color of my background. So, okay. All right. Now, please take note that whatever we apply here applies to whatever you're designing. Whatever we apply applies to whatever you're designing. It's the same way you're going to use it on anything you're designing. Okay. Now, I want to talk about this area up here. I want to talk about the area up here. We're working with templates now, and we are trying to use elements. Okay. A moment, please. Okay. Now, when you're designing your first post, maybe you want to design a post, for instance, I already have my templates, I've chosen my color, and I have my text. I have my text. Whenever you click on a text, look, I'll do it again. When you click on a text, it brings out this tray that you have above here. I want to show you how you can customize your text and apply it to whatever you're designing. Look at this. Remember, I told you that if you click on this area, you can choose any type of text you want. It will bring out suggestions for you, and you can choose to bring out suggestions and you can choose. Okay. But that's not what I want to do right now. If you look at this area, you will see this minus sign. If I click on it, the numbers in the middle are reducing and my text is also reducing. If I click on the plus sign, you already know what will happen. My text is increasing. If I click on this area here, this is where I can change text color. If you click on it, look at what happens. Canva will bring out all its colors. It will also bring out colors from your design. You may be wondering, where is this one from? It's from the design that we have above. Okay, so all of that are still part of your design because this is just page 2. That one is page 1. So I can change this color, the color of the text. I can say, okay, let me use this one. I've just changed the color of the text. Now, I'll click on the text again. Look at this, this icon. This is the bold icon. Now, the bold icon is disabled here because this font is already in bold format. Let me go for another font so you can see. Look at this. The bold icon is not disabled. Let me click on it now. You can see the font is now in bold format because it's working. So some fonts come in bolded format while some are not bolded. So whenever you're working, you know the type of font that you can bold in and the types that will not apply. This letter I here stands for italics. You can see it has changed the font to an italic. And then the U here is for underline. You can see how they are applying. This one is for strike through. If I undo it, I can undo all of that with just the click of a button. And then this is for toggling between uppercase and lowercase, you know, as simple as that. And you can do this in your design, okay? Let me show you something. I want to go back up because here I have more text. Look, I'm still working with text. Look at this area. This is the alignment area. If I want, either you want your text to align to the left or to align to the right or to the middle, or you just want it to be justified, just like you have in your Word document. Now look, it's aligned to the middle. What do you think? I think this is better for this design. If I align it to the left or to the right rather, it doesn't look too good, okay? But in some designs, it may just be what you need, okay? So look at this. This is for bullet points. If I click on it, I just applied a bullet point to my text. If I don't want the bullet point, I can change it to numbers by clicking on it again. Look, that's a number. You know, this can apply to any design you're making. Maybe designing something and you need to use the numbers or the bullet points. There you have it. And if I don't want it at all, I just click and it goes off. Now, this area is for, let me see, I want to double click this so I can bring it down. If I want to duplicate rather, I want to duplicate it so I can bring it to a plain area for us to see more clearly. I'll just click here. Okay, the good part is most of these icons, if you click on them, it will just tell you what it does. As soon as I click on that duplicate, it told me, it just wrote it up there, duplicate. So I know what it's meant for, okay? So now look, if I come here, this place is for spacing. I'm going to click on it. And maybe I want to space the letters. Let me show you what it does. If I move this, can you see what happened to those letters? It's not looking good. So I'll just bring it back to normal, the way it was before. It was on 23. Oh, I don't want any spacing at all. Look, it's back to normal. And this one is for line spacing. Look, you see how it has moved my words apart. Line in between and put a line in between the text, but I don't want that. So I want it to be closer together. But guess what? There are some designs that you may need to, make this kind of adjustment, and there are some that it doesn't work well with. So I'll just bring that back because I don't want it anyway. So that's it. Look at this. And then there's another one here. This one is advanced formatting. Let's see what it does. Let's see. Look, positioning. Did you see that? Okay, that's it. You may not need this often. You may not need this. And you may, okay, these are for typography, how you want them to look and all of that. Okay, then we have transparency. Transparency is where I can adjust. You can see our text has disappeared. Okay, transparency. And this works for other elements too, not just text. Anything. I can put an image. Okay, look at this square, for instance. I want it to be transparent. I don't want it to be too obvious on my design. Just, once I use that slider, it works just like that. It can work for anything, just about anything, okay? And then effects. I want to bring you back here. Let me show you effects, how you can add effects to your text in your design. Look at this text, for instance. If I apply shadow, you see what it does to my text, and I can increase the offset. I can reduce it however I want it to look, however I want it to be applied, and I can increase the transparency of that shadow. I can even change the color. I can change the color of the shadow. Maybe I want the shadow of this blue to be like pink. Look at that. I want it to be like white. I want to give it a white shadow. You see, these little things you see do a lot to your design. Okay, they just have a way of making it look different. So if you click, I'm going back to effect so I can show you more. I'm going back to effect. Look, I may decide and say, okay, I don't want the shadow. Go back to none. So I can click on another one. Maybe this is the effect I want. Hollow. Look at what that did to my font. Or maybe I want outline. Look at that. I can decide to change the color of the outline because now it's looking pretty dark. I could change it to pink. I could change it to a lighter color, and that's it. And I could let me see what else I can do. I can change this font to a curved write-up, okay? I can make it curved. Whenever you make something curved, you see this circle around it, okay? Because you've made it curved. But when you place it, the circle disappears, okay? And your font is looking the way it should. It's just an effect to make your font defined however you want it, okay? I don't want to apply the curve, so I'll just use none. So you can do that. I can apply a background if I want the text to have a background, okay? And I can work on the edges. I can make it rounded. I can make it, I can work on it as I want. I can spread it and I can reduce it. I can even make it transparent, okay? So if I don't want any of that, I can just do none and go back. I don't want any style on my text. I'm okay with it just this way, okay? So that's it for text. And if I want to animate, I can come here. Now, Canva has this wonderful animation that you can you can freestyle. Let me use that word. You can freestyle on your element. Okay. Look at what it says. There's an instruction on how to use it. Let me see. I've not used this animation in a long time. Hold. Okay, okay, look. I want the text to move this way. Now look, it just applies like that. As a teacher, I just thought of something I want to do with this. Maybe I want to create a worksheet and I want to show formation. I can just go in and do something like this in that worksheet. And when the child is playing it, it will just apply and the child sees the formation. So I can choose the part on how that animation will apply. You can do all of that inside here, but let me go back and show you other types of animation that we have. I don't want this animation, so I'm going to delete the part. I don't want it. Let me show you the other types of animation we have. I can choose for this letters. You see it's highlighted already. I can choose for it to come in this way, like it's typing out itself. People use this a lot, and I can choose for it to just ascend in different types of animation. Anyone you click on will apply. If I choose this one, I can decide for it to come in character by character, like the way it's coming in letter by letter, and I can decide for it to come in as a word. Let me apply it here. Let me apply it here, typewriter, and I want it to come in character by character. Now look, I can now choose the speed. I don't want it to be too fast. I can choose the speed. Look, see how that came out, to just come out slowly. And guess what? Whenever you apply an animation to your design, that design has become a video. Let me show you how. If I want to download this, for instance, let me click download and see. Look, Canva is suggesting I download in MP4 because this animation I applied has automatically turned my design into a video. Because of course, when something is moving on your design, it's no longer a picture now, it's now a video, okay? Just so we understand that. So I want to remove the animation. I don't want to apply it, okay? And if you don't want to download this as a video, all you need to do, where Canva is making that suggestion, click on it and choose what you want to download it as. If you want to download it as PNG, PDF, any format, you can download it like that. Okay, that works. Okay, so that's it on animation. And then let's look at position. Okay, you know, we're exploring all of this. Now look at this text, for instance. If you click on position, it brings you here. Position helps you to arrange what you have on your screen. Okay. For instance, let me get a picture. I'm getting this picture of a man. Okay. Now look, this man, look at this picture now. Let me change the color of this so that you can spot the difference easily. Okay. Now look at something. I just brought in a man and it's covering the shape I already have. I would need to position it in such a way that everybody can exist on the flyer or on the design wherever I want them to. So if I click on this man now, I'll come to position. Okay, and it will bring out this area. The first one is arrange. Arrange is where you can manually arrange. Both of them, you can do it manually, but just for the lack of words. Okay, that's what I'm saying, manually. But look, if I click on backwards, you can see that the man has gone back and my square has come to the front. Okay, if I click on forward, the same thing. If I come to layers, I can decide to do this. Now look at where this man is. I want this man to be behind the square. So I'll just move him this way. And you see what has happened. So that is position. You can do that for anything. You can do that for anything. Let's say I want to apply a background. Let me see. Okay, I want this picture to be the background. Okay, I'll come here. I'll come here and replace, I'll click replace background. Look, the picture has become my background. Now, if you look at the layers area, you see where it came to. The picture came down to show you that this is the background of the page. It has taken the whole of the space that is the background. In fact, it is your background picture. Okay. And let me apply that transparency so you can see that I'm already onto creating a design. Look, now that I made it transparent, I just made my background transparent. I can write on it. I can put any other thing on it and it will show. Okay. I can actually continue working from here. I've reduced the transparency and I can continue my design. Okay. So that works. That works. So that's that for positioning. Now look at this. This is like your quick copy and paste. This is like your quick copy and paste sign that you can use to apply something. Let me see. I want to apply something. I want to apply this. Let me see. I want to apply. Let me see if it will apply. Great. Look at that. I just clicked on this because I want to apply this to this other page. Okay. And that was what happened. So it's just like your copy and paste. Oh my God, it has affected my whole page. What did I do? Oh, what I did was I mistakenly clicked on the zoom area below here. So I'll just zoom back. Look at this area below here. It's for zooming in and zooming out. Okay. Okay. So that works. So you see, this area is just for it's like a copy and paste. Makes your work easy. Just click on it, copy and paste. Whatever you want to apply from any of your previous designs or from any of the designs above, and you don't want to go and start afresh, and just click on that thing to apply it for you, just like that. And there's something here I've not talked about, the undo and redo button. If I go back here, I will undo whatever I did. You see, I've undone it. That design is off and my handsome man is back. Okay, so that works. That works. So let's quickly try our hands on creating something. Now, let me give you a trick that will work for you. Whenever you want to create something, try as much as possible. Don't stress yourself. If you start with an already made template, it will make your design easier. That's one thing. It will make your design really easy. Okay. So I'm just going to show us a few things. Okay. We're rounding up. I'm going to show us a few things. The truth is you can't cover Canva in one day. You can't cover Canva in one day. You know, the training we just concluded, I was going to do a 2-day training, but I saw that, we can't do this in 2 days. There are a lot of things to talk about, and I don't like to do haphazard, so I had to extend it, and we had 4 days. It was funny. We had 4 days, but let's do this. I want to show you something. Let's say we want to design a flyer. Okay, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. I like to start with my background. Okay. I will get a picture. Let's say we want to do a marketing flyer. There are so many, there are so many designs. Let me see if I will go to any of the ones that we already have. Let me go to design. I'm going to templates. Okay, let me see. Okay, I'm going to add page. I'm going to add page. And okay, now let's start from scratch. Let's work with this design we have up here. First of all, I'm going to look at the background. From this design, you can see we have, there's something behind it like an office picture, to give it that business feel. Let me go there. I'm going to elements. I want to get office building. Okay. Now it can be anything. The good thing about Canva is you can type in anything. Type in anything. Canva will help you make it make sense. Canva will make sense of it. Now look, I have this. And okay, I should have started with the color. We are working with this blue. I want to get this blue from this design. So I will come here and look for the blue. You know, I told you that whenever you're working with a template, it will just bring out the color for you. Let's say I'm working with a plain color. Oh, just changed what I have up there. No, I want to apply the color here. So I'll come and look for the design color. We have this blue. I picked the dark one because I want to show you something. I want to show you how you can create a gradient. You know, this background here is looking, there's a way the background is looking. It's not as dark as my own. It's looking fine, like it's shining, kind of, okay? Let me show you how that was achieved. That was achieved with a gradient. I'll remove this picture first. Let's go to gradients, okay? I'll come here, come to your colors area, and click on this icon here where you can add a new color to your design, okay? And I will choose, it's showing here that I have a solid color. I don't want a solid color, I want a gradient. Don't worry, when I apply it, you'll see what that looks like. This is what a gradient looks like, okay? A gradient is like a mixture of two colors that kind of makes your design shiny, okay? This is the first one. This is giving me a mixture of blue and pink or blue and purple. That's not really what I want. So I will go back. Okay. I'll go back to the solid color I had before. Or let me go back to, let me make this white. Let me make this white and then go to gradient first. Okay, yes. Now when we come to gradient, I want to get this color. I will get the hex code. The hex code is this number underneath the color. All colors have hex code, okay? And hex code is universal. Anybody who does design or that works with colors, once you give the person the hex code of your color, the person can easily find the color, okay? So the hex code is 003761. I want to apply it here. So let me find it. 00, what's it again? 3761, okay? 3761. Okay, now I have it here. Remember I'm looking for a gradient, so I'll put the other one here. 3761. 3761. Okay, now look. I can choose any of these to be my gradient. So you see, my background is shining now. It's not like that plain dark color that we had before. Okay? It's not like that plain dark color that we have before. Now, let me move on with my design. So I'll bring in the picture. And I want this picture to, you know, the picture is looking sharp. It's like the picture is standing alone and my background is standing alone. I want to find a way to blend this picture into my design. So I will just come to the apps. There's an app called Image Blender. Let me show you what I'm talking about up here. If you look at this picture above here, for instance, you will see that it kind of blends into the design that you have on ground already. There's a way they both blend and it's just looking cool, okay? but my own is standing alone. So I'm just going to come here, look for image blender. That thing has not been working for some days. Let me see if it works for me today. If it doesn't, we'll just find another way around it. It's one of the apps that Canva has to make your work easier. I want it to help me blend this design. Okay, now look what it gave me. I'm going to drag this all the way down. So it helps me blend. Oh no. I'm supposed to drag this all the way down. So the image kind of blends into my design and they look like they are together. I'm waiting for it to apply the way it's meant to be. Okay, now I will move this up a bit. Okay. And I'll click save. I hope it works this time. Okay, that works. Now I'm going to adjust this image so it's on the screen. Now the image is still too sharp. I want it to still blend more into my design. So I'm going out. Okay. I'm coming back up here where I would edit. No, I'll go to edit. This edit area, we've not even talked about this. Hey, I'll click on the edit button. Let me show you where that takes me. Okay, no, it's not up yet. It's for editing images. I'll click on the edit button and I'll choose dual tone. Okay, I'll click on custom and I would use the color picker here to select the same color I have on my background. When I use this color picker to select, I already have this picture selected. So I use the color picker to select the same color I have on my background and applied it to this area. So this area has like the same color as my background. So they are looking like they are alike and it's not as sharp as it's looking before. Then I can come here to reduce the intensity. Let me see, I can put that around here. Let's say, yeah, let's say maybe, okay, good enough. No, looks like that's too low. I'll put it on 65. Okay, more like it. So then I'll come up here and use my transparent button to tone that down a little. Okay, just use my transparent button to tone that down a bit. Something, that this gradient area, it's because of the colors that I used. That's why it's looking a little different. I can always go back to adjust that and make it look exactly like what I have. But I'm not going to go back. I just want to show you how you can apply. Let me see. Is that chart for me? Okay, thank you, sis. Thank you. Don't worry, I'm rounding up after this. Okay. So I can now come and use, these are shapes. Let me drag it so you see. You see, that's a circle. They just put it in a stylish way and it's just there. This is a shape too. This is a shape. Just put it there and it's just there. This is a shape. This is a circle and it's a frame. I'll show you how that works. Okay. Now let me go and get my circle. Let me get my elements. We get that from elements. I'll click on circle. I'll click on circle. I have my circle here. I can reduce it. And I can duplicate. Look, this one is duplicate. I can duplicate it to make more than one. And I'll get a frame. This is a frame. This is a circle frame. I'll show you how frames work. Okay, because I'm going to get a picture now. I'll get a picture. Man smiling. These are the people I want to put on my flyer. So this is one of them. I'll bring this man. Look. You see that he has taken the frame has taken, or the picture rather, has taken the shape of the frame. What I'm doing now is adjusting it. I want it to come to the middle so it's looking better. And that's it. And I can reduce it. Say, okay, so these are the speakers at our webinar. Let me see, what color is this? Okay. I'll put them here. I'll put this man on this and I'll reduce it. Just make it slightly smaller than what I have. So it's just there. I can redo that by doing, I can do Control D. Another way to duplicate is by using Control D. Okay. Also have him here. These are the speakers at the program. I also have him here. Okay. And I want to group it together. Okay, my circle is not big enough, so it may be hard to select, but I'm going to group them together. That's the man and the frame. So it doesn't keep moving. Okay, so I will select the frame and I will select, excuse me, I will select the frame. On my computer here, I just clicked on the shift button. Okay, and I click, I'll do that for the second one. I also click and I group, you see, group. So I've grouped them together. Let me see, let me see if I can duplicate that. Yes, I have duplicated. So you see, the man and the frame are together. Nobody is moving because I've grouped them together. Okay. I've just gotten the people for this training. Let me see, what do we have? Okay, there are 3 people. Look, there's something connecting them. All I need is a shape. I can just use a shape to do that. Okay, I can use a shape to do that. Or I look for a frame that looks like it has a connector. That is if there is. If there is none, this thing is a square or a rectangle. Just shape it like this and just group them together. If you look at this picture, you will see that they are all grouped together. Look, it's grouped together. So none of them is moving around anyhow. Okay, so let's see, what else do we have up there? Okay, I have the picture of this person and the information about the webinar. I need another shape. I need a shape in this same color. I can change the color here. Remember, I told you that whenever you're designing, you can easily find the color of whatever you're designing or any color you like. Now put it here. And I want to duplicate this. Now put this here as maybe the convener of the training, like we have on our design. Then I want to put the logo. I'm going to brand. Let me see. Look, I have my logo here. I'll just apply it to what we are designing. Okay. And this one is just here. What else are we missing there? These are the speakers. Let me see if I can apply that shape, So our design is just looking more like it. The reason why I'm doing this is just for you to see that you can apply anything. The new design you're creating doesn't have to look like the one you have seen. Whatever you've seen is just to give you an idea of what you can do on your own. Okay? I can say, and on Canva, there is a shortcut for square. If I click on letter R to just bring out a square for me. Okay? And you can resize it and say, okay, put this here. You see, it's on top. I don't want it on top. I want it behind. What do? Position. I want it to be behind this man. There you go. It's not moving enough. I can do that manually and say backward. Keep going backward. You see, it's looking like they are connected. Okay. Let me see. I want to undo that because I need another one. I want it to come forward. Let me just duplicate it and create another one. Okay. So I'm sending them to the back so they look like they are connecting each other. Position now, backward to the back, and you backward. So you see, they look like they are connecting each other. Then I can come here and put in another shape. Or I want to bring a text and say, I want to use a text now. Let me get a text. I can pick this text. I like using Anton because Anton is an easy go-to for heading. Let me use this one. I'll say improve yourself. Maybe an improvement webinar. Improve your English. Okay. I'll bring that somewhere here. Now, let me tell you something. Whenever you're designing, Canva brings out this, what is it called? There is this purple lines you can see whenever I'm dragging. It's just a guide to help you know when your elements are well aligned. Look, when the line is in the middle, I can see that, okay, you see that plus sign in the middle. It tells me that, okay, I'm in the middle and I can place it now, okay? So take notes whenever you're designing. What color do you think will go best? I'll go with white for this. Let me see. This is where you change your text color. So I'm going to just use white or a bright color. And I can decide to come to effect and make that look like this. I want to reduce the thickness. It's not looking too, okay? You can do anything to that. You can do anything to your text. I'm moving that up. Good enough. Okay, then I can, it's still looking too thick. Can decide to reduce it more. Okay, and then I would come here, maybe bring a square, I'll bring a shape, R. Now, one thing I need to also show you is that you can format your shape. Look at this square I brought here now. Let me change the color so it's easy for us to see what I'm talking about. You see that now that it's here, it doesn't have any edges or corners. I can decide to work on it. If I come here, edit. If you click on edit, you can change the shape to anything, okay? If maybe you don't want that, you can just click on any one and easily change it. I want my square. Let me show you. Now, you can click here, border style, if you want it to have a border. And you can increase or reduce the thickness of the border, okay? Let me keep that at 8. And then you can change the border color. Maybe I want the border color to be white. I just come, click on the color I want. Did you see that? And if I want it to be curved, maybe I want to increase the curve because this one is already curved. I can increase the curve and I can reduce the curve to my taste, okay? That works for shape. And I can bring that here. Okay, I can use any color. I can adjust it. And maybe I can duplicate. I can either do Ctrl D or I click duplicate above. Okay. And I can talk about each of the, can decide to use this shape to talk about each of the person, each of the speakers. Okay. I can say maybe day 1, this is the topic. Day 2, this is the topic. Day 3, you can see what I'm doing. I'm adjusting these shapes. One thing I can do when I'm adjusting, I can click here and Canva would help me. There's something I can click here. Let me see. There's something that's supposed to come out here. Duplicate layer, align to page, no. Okay, look, let me see if it will come out if I click everything together. Yes. Now look, it says space evenly. If I click on space evenly, I can click tidy up. Now that I click tidy up, what happened is that it just helped me arrange the square so that everything is well placed on my flyer without me doing too much. Okay. So everything has been well arranged without me doing too much. It's just perfect. And I can write whatever I want. I can come down here and put in more details about the flyer and say, okay, I can put a subheading and just put in more details about the flyer. This may be too big. I can just write whatever I want. Okay, training holds on so and so. Say whatever I want to say around here. Maybe put it in the middle, and then I'll go and get icons. I'll come to elements and look for maybe Instagram icon or venue. Let me say venue. I can come here and say, okay, the venue is online, it's a virtual training. So I'll just reduce that, put it somewhere here. I'll make it white. Okay. I want it to be more visible. Oh, I'll use a bright color. Sometimes when you click on an element and you try to change the color, it will ask you change all. I just clicked on this thing now to change it to another color and it's saying change all to pink. I don't want to change all to pink, but that change all really makes your work easier. If I had wanted to change all the pink now, I'll just say change all and all the pink on my design will change. There will be no more pink on the design. And then I can put a text. Say venue is virtual, it's a virtual training. Virtual, I can put time. I can put time icon and search for it. And maybe, which one will I use? Can use anyone, can decide to use this one. Whoever sees this, I told you that everything on your design have the role that they play. Whoever sees this understands that, okay, this is where I will check for the time they are having this webinar. I can get date. Look at this one. This one can serve for date. I can just change the color and just make it white or any color I like. And you stay on brand like that. This is how to stay on brand. You easily choose your colors, change your font, and whenever you're doing that, try as much as possible to make sure that everything is about the same size. Everything is around the same size, Okay, so easy peasy, just like that. You can change your colors, put anything. See, all these things here now. Okay, look at this. These are just text, These are just text. This is an element. Let me show you. Maybe you want this element. If you click on an element, for instance, you look here. You don't know the name. You're looking for it. If you go down, you will see where you have info. It gives you more information about that element. So that if you're looking for something like that for your design, okay, I can say pattern. I can say abstract. Let me search for it and see what it will bring out for me. I could say abstract. I'm looking for an abstract to put in my design. Look what it brought out for me. Different types. I can now pick any of them and say, okay, let me pick this one. I'm bringing it down. I can change the color. I can bring this abstract here now and just place it this way. And let's change the color to white. Let's use white. I can reduce the transparency because I don't want it to be too much. Let it just be there like it's not there, you know? Let it just be there like it's not there. If you notice, it's looking like this, my text here, you know? So I would say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, you know? When you apply any of these things, I can choose this one. You know, this one even has different colors. I can change the colors to match what I already have on my design and just apply it. I can even use this one. Let me show you something. If I'm using this, you see, I can't put it this way. It's not looking good. I will want to rotate it. Look at this thing here. This thing is a rotating button. I can use it to turn elements around. I can turn things around to however I want it. Okay, so I'll just rotate this way. And when it's okay to my taste, I can just bring it here. This is how it will look on my design. I just change the color. I'll change the color and make it look brighter. And it will apply. Okay, it's just there. So that's it for. So what I wanted to do was show you how to look for an element. Maybe you like something. If you click on it, Canva will show you more information about it. Canva will show you more information about it, you know? And this drop down here, you can find other things. This is like your quick button. Maybe you want to copy, or you want to copy style, or you want to paste something you've copied, duplicate, delete, layer. You know what layer is? Send to the back, to the front, like that. Then maybe you want to align to page, like your text, the way I showed you, or even an element, you want to align it to page. Show element timing. Let's see. Okay. This is where, if you want to change it to video, for instance, show element timing is to show you exactly where the element is or where the element comes in your design. And that will also help with your layering. So that's what this place is for. Hide element timing. I want to hide it. I don't want it to be showing and all of that. So, and then you have so many other things like your comment. This comment is for maybe if you're working in a team and you want somebody else to comment on the work you've done. Maybe you're working together with other people. Someone can easily drop you a comment and say, okay, change the background color. Change background color. The comments will be around your design so that whenever you come, you can just see it. You can see it somewhere here. If you click on it, you'll see that, okay, my boss has said I should change the background color. They don't like it. You go and continue working on it. That's if you're working in a team. Canva has, they have Canva teams where you can work in a team, okay? So that's it. I would like to show us how to create an Instagram carousel. I don't know if we still have time, or maybe we would extend this class. Sister Halima, what do you think?
Yes, I think we should. I think it's a lot of information already,
A
right?
whole lot.
And I know that you can still go on for like a long time because
If
I
you
mean,
leave me
there's so
alone, I will
much.
just keep going.
There's so
I will
much
just
Canva can
keep
do.
going.
Yes, you
There's
can
so
do. You
many
can
things.
create a
There's
presentation.
so many things you
And
can
do
do. You can create
infographic,
videos,
different things.
a whole lot. A whole lot
Exactly.
of things you can do.
Exactly.
And it's very easy to create because let me tell you something. Everybody that you have seen design something has seen it somewhere.
Yes.
Either you saw it and you're like, oh, I don't like the color. I'm going to work on this and I'll make mine different. So what can I do to make it look different? I'm going to turn it around. And now what we've been able to achieve today is for us to know what the elements are, how to apply the elements, where to find your templates, and help us to also understand that, okay, I can actually create anything from scratch. If I look at a design, I look at, okay, I know where to start from. Whenever you want to design, easiest way, start with the background. Work on your background. When your background is good to go, then you can start placing other things. If you notice, every other thing we placed so far, apart from the background and the picture, every other things are shapes. They're just shapes, and then the icons. So your design is mostly made up of the elements. All those other things you place, those are your elements. And you can find them just anywhere. You can go online, I'm looking for this design, and you just get an idea and you can work on it. So it's easy for you to navigate Canva in and out, wherever you want to, whatever you want to do, be it a video. If I want to create a YouTube video, for instance, I would just go to YouTube video, it will bring out the template, and I'll start putting in everything I want to put. And you record your voice. It's not difficult at all. You just record your voice. If you want your picture to be on the video, it will be there. If you don't want it, you can leave that out and just record your voice. Your video is done. Edit it and you download and you are good to go.
So for people who are doing who are doing content, you have a business, you have whatever you have, right? You are not limited anymore. You can definitely create stuff that you can use as well. So which is awesome and amazing. And there are different things that you can do with Canva. So yeah. Anyway, I'm so excited that everyone was able to join today and stay. Sister Ifeoma, just to confirm, right? They need a Gmail account for the free version.
Yes.
Premium. Okay, so I've actually put the link in the chat to a form where you can provide your Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, you will probably want to create one and then fill the form, send it to us, and then we're able to send you set you up for the free account, for a month, right? And you can explore, do whatever you want to do. Sister Ifeoma, she's a teacher. She just did one for teachers, which was like 4 days, like she said. We put it on our praying parents group so that teachers can join. So she's doing the next one. I will also encourage all teachers on this group to also join, because then you can actually do more things like create your worksheets, create presentation slides, class information, so many things that you can do literally, right? With Canva.
So many.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. I'm going to stop sharing now.
Okay.